How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, this is our royal daughter, Bella Edwards. And she is dead. Now, I'm going to say some things that may piss some people off. And I don't give a damn. I think y'all know this by now. And I'm a very caring, very loving person. But I'm going to say some things that's going to touch people in such a way they may never come back to the channel. I don't fucking care. I'm tired of seeing our royal babies be abused to the point of being killed like a dog. So let me set up the scenario. So this savage motherfucker, Mark Jenkins, he had been in jail a little over 8 years for attempted murder. All right, so he gets out. And then Bella's mother hooks up with him. And here's the mother right here. And it looks like they have had a child together too. And leaves these babies with this dude 8 hours. So when I started digging more into this story, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I said, this ain't no first time deal. There is some abuse popping off in that household. Lord have mercy. So let me just reserve myself at this point. And I have a few videos to play for the royal family. They might cross over a little bit, but it gives us a bigger picture of what the fuck happened to this precious child that is in heaven. Lord have mercy. Gotta be more fucking responsible, man.
3-year-old girl murdered in Queens. Her stepfather is now facing charges as family and friends mourn the heartbreaking loss. CBS 2's Valerie Castro live now in Kew Gardens with more for us. Valerie?
Christine, Mark Jenkins will face a judge for the first time within the next 24 hours here at the Queens Criminal Courthouse, and there is a possibility that more charges could be in the works. 32-year-old Mark Jenkins avoided looking at the cameras and said nothing as he was led away in an orange jumpsuit from the 107th Police Precinct. He's now accused of murdering and assaulting his 3-year-old stepdaughter, Bella Edwards.
Bella was a beautiful soul, vibrant. That's how everybody remember her. That's how y'all gonna remember her. We're gonna make sure that y'all remember her. We're gonna remember her. We're gonna get justice. Know that.
Jenkins called 911 around 6 o'clock Monday night. Police say he had been alone with the child for about 8 hours. Officers arrived to find Jenkins performing CPR, but Bella was unresponsive. She was pronounced dead at the hospital. The medical examiner says she died of blunt force trauma to her abdomen. Today, her mother, Shamika Gonzalez, posted on Facebook, "Bella, I'm so sorry I wasn't there to protect you. This feels like a bad dream I can't wake up from." Neighbors say it's hard to believe the little girl is gone.
Shocking, very shocking. It looked like a little girl that was always well taken care of and dressed nicely.
The Administration for Children's Services says the family has no history with ACS. Sources say Bella had extensive bruising on her body, and there were also signs she was sexually abused. The Queens County District Attorney says if Jenkins is convicted, he faces up to 25 years to life in prison.
It's sad. Like, no child should have to go through something like that. That's crazy that it's so close to home.
Sources tell us those allegations of sexual assault are still under investigation, but Jenkins was taken to a hospital earlier today, so DNA evidence could be gathered. Reporting live in Kew Gardens, Queens, Valerie Castro, CBS 2 News.
Valerie, thank you.
Okay. I knew it was some bullshit as I started, that empathic ability started kicking in, and I said, something ain't right. Something just ain't right about this motherfucking story. So, let's see here. What the hell did I do? I done got so pissed. I skipped one of the videos that I wanted us to watch. Let me see. It was this one right here. So let me get it set up.
Hey, allergy muddlers. Are you one sneeze away from getting benched? Your local ShopRite is the perfect place to find allergy solutions, like Zyrtec.
Forgive me for that, family.
Zyrtec starts working hard at hour 1 and works twice as hard when you take it again the next day. And ShopRite's tasty, wholesome pantry selections will get you back in the game. Zyrtec and ShopRite, we're on your team.
We're getting our first look at a man police say is behind an unthinkable crime, murdering his 3-year-old stepdaughter. News 4's Michael George joining us from Kew Gardens, Queens tonight, where that suspect is still waiting to face a judge. Michael?
That's right, Stephen. Right now, that suspect here at the criminal court, but before he faces a judge, he faced our questions about the murder he's now accused of. Anything you have to say? Mark Jenkins didn't say a word. He only hung his head as he was led out in handcuffs. He's charged with the murder of his own stepdaughter, 3-year-old Bella Edwards. Bella's family had little to say about him.
He was a stepfather, just like anybody else. If you have kids with somebody, he's a stepfather. That's her brother's father.
Police say Jenkins was watching 3-year-old Bella at their Queens apartment while Bella's mother and grandmother were out. When they came home, Bella wasn't breathing. They called 911, and when police arrived, Jenkins was performing CPR. Sources tell News 4 Bella showed signs of physical and sexual abuse, and an autopsy found she died of blunt force trauma to her abdomen. Bella's mother posted on Facebook, quote, "Bella, I'm so sorry I wasn't there to protect you. This feels like a bad dream I can't wake up from."
Guys, make a hole, please.
This wasn't Jenkins' first run-in with the law. In 2006, he was sentenced to 8 years for attempted murder. Bella's family says they want answers.
Remember, we're gonna get justice. Know that. We're gonna get justice. This is not over.
Child Services told us they have no previous reports of issues at this apartment. They've now removed another child from this home. And as for 3-year-old Bella, the girl who neighbors say always had a smile, her family's asking all New Yorkers to pray for them.
It was a baby that was lost. Let's keep our eyes open, watch these kids, and that's it. Justice for Bella.
And sources tonight tell News 4 that police were called to that home twice before for reports of domestic violence. As for Jenkins, he'll be arraigned on murder and assault charges tomorrow morning. We're live in Kew Gardens. Michael George, News 4 New York.
Like I said.
Hey, allergy muddlers. Are you one sneeze away from...
Like I said before, when I first started looking into this shit, I knew none of this stuff happens like overnight. No, that's very rare. And then there's sexual abuse going on. Come on now. This is some bullshit. Okay, we're going to go back over here to her mother. So you meet this motherfucker. And you know that this motherfucker then spend some time in jail. So he got some issues with being violent. Then he in here bouncing your ass off the walls. And then it seems like if she's gone 8 hours, he ain't working, he babysitting. What the fuck is he babysitting for? See, I didn't read a bunch of stories like this. I reported another one like this where this chick that met some dude. He go in and out of jail. He in there with about 4 or 5 kids. He beat the shit out of one of them, threw him up against a dresser because he done ate a fucking cookie, and then he put his dead body in the bed with his brothers and sisters while the mama out here working like a Hebrew slave. See, I blame her ass too. You got a strapping grown man up in your crib babysitting children. Now, there's nothing wrong with a man watching children. Don't get me wrong on that part. But I'm seeing a pattern here where these women meet these fucking knuckleheads and I don't know what the hell they telling him, or it's just a place for him to get, so he can be under the roof. And then the next thing, she working and he babysitting, and 9 times out of 10, it ain't even his children. We got to do better than this shit. And women, I know that you're single and you're lonely and all of that kind of shit. Did you ever heard of just dating a motherfucker and not bringing him to your damn house? He don't even need to meet your kids. You ain't even fucking thinking. You ain't even thinking. And then you're getting your ass whooped in the crib on top of that. Now listen to this next video. Dumbass shit.
Edwards say she was precious and adored by anyone who met her. But on Monday afternoon, police say her mother's fiancé, Mark Jenkins, an ex-con who served 6 years for attempted murder, viciously beat her to death.
This little girl was hit about the abdomen. We believe she bled to death.
The medical examiner says Bella died from blunt force trauma to her abdomen. Police sources say she had extensive signs of abuse, including sex abuse, and both fresh and healing bruising. Bella and her 3-month-old brother were in Jenkins' care for 8 hours Monday. Police say surveillance video from the Seaside Queens apartment building where they lived shows Jenkins took the children for a car ride that afternoon. When they returned 2 hours later, it was clear Bella was not okay.
When we saw the child coming into the building at 4:30, she appeared to be in some kind of distress.
When Jenkins made his first court appearance this afternoon, prosecutors said, quote, "It's hard to imagine a more violent and horrifying scenario." Bella's family members in the courtroom yelled, "You're a monster. Feed him to the wolves." They fled the courthouse in tears.
We miss her. That's it. We just miss her.
While Bella's family had no prior history with the Administration for Children's Services, police say in the last year they were called twice to the home for nonviolent arguments between Bella's mother, Shamika Gonzalez, and Mark Jenkins. Police say Gonzalez is in shock.
She was very surprised when this happened. You can understand her feelings right now. She's obviously in a state of distress.
Now, according to the criminal complaint, Jenkins and Bella's mother were arguing by text about money and other issues on the day that Bella was killed. Jenkins is now being held without bail and is on suicide watch. In the meantime, at this hour, Bella's family, friends, and community are gathered outside her apartment building in the Rockaways, holding a vigil in her memory. We're live in Kew Gardens, Queens tonight. Hazel Sanchez,
You hear that
CBS 2 News.
bullshit? You hear that bullshit? They in there arguing about money and this motherfucker being responsible. What the fuck you got this motherfucker up in your house for? I don't be getting it. I don't simply get it. Is it that serious? Let's get this baby's picture back up here. First the mama. So your ass at work all day, and then on your break at work, you know, because you done left the children up in the house for 8 motherfucking hours, and then y'all arguing back and forth via text on the phone about money and shit. That mean he ain't working. He laying up on his ass, and I keep getting the same motherfucking scenario. Then he in here sexually molesting this child and stuff, and the mother don't know nothing. And it ain't the first time the child had her ass beat. And the mother don't know nothing. I hold that bitch just as responsible. I only feel for them babies. I'm tired of the same scenario. I'm tired of it. Whew, Father. Let me get up off of here. So anyway, my royal family, render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe. Ooh, Lord have mercy.